Christmas from Wedding on a Shoestring. And if it's not Christmas, then happy Wednesday, Friday, whatever day of the week it is. I hope you're having a good day. Good boy. Milo, you're slipping. You're slipping. Oh, what is this? How am I going to do my intro? How am I going to make my video? The purpose of my channel is that I'm trying to make things for our wedding as cheaply as possible. And I'm trying to take as much inspiration as I can from Christmas, because Christmas is obviously a very crafty time of year. And lots of people make home decorations. So I'm trying to make the most of that and get inspiration from these home decorations. And obviously a lot of them are very Christmassy, but I'm trying to adapt them and evolve them into things that could be used for our wedding, and things especially that are quite cheap and that don't use much money. So that's what I'm trying to achieve. And obviously a Christmas decoration that is quite common, and people make it a lot with their families, and I made it quite a bit, especially when I was a kid. I was never very good at it though. Was snowflakes. Obviously snowflakes are very Christmassy, but the whole premise of paper cutting to make a symmetrical pattern doesn't necessarily have to be a snowflake. So I'm going to try and take the traditional snowflake Christmas paper decoration and turn it into something a little bit more wedding-y. Milo, my snowflake. Milo, my snowflake doesn't even look like a snowflake. I'm really not very good at this. No, it still looks like a folded piece of paper with lots of geometric shapes cut out of it. I'm not very good at making these, but that doesn't look like a snowflake, and I don't want them to look like snowflakes, so I'm going to try and use this principle to make shapes that look a little bit more like flowers. That is my idea. Seriously, Milo, am I going to have to do the whole video with you on my lap? I have an origami super stack. It's basically a pack, loads of different sheets of origami paper that are coloured and designed, and I'm hoping that just using this will give me a good starting point to make them look a lot more floral and less white and snowflake-like. Kind of looks like a flower, a little bit. My thought now is to make some smaller ones and put them inside to make it look like different layers of petals. I don't know if that works. Oh. Tried to alternate the fold direction so that it goes into a bit of a conical flower shape, and my thinking was that I'd make 2 or 3, probably 3, and put them inside each other to create the sort of appearance of layers of petals, but because they've got different shapes and geometries, and it just ends up looking a bit of a mess, I think, and you're seeing more of the white and it just looks like a scrunched up tissue, I think. So I think I actually prefer it individually. So you can have one flower, I haven't folded that one very well, one flower there, another flower like that. I can make a whole series of just individual petals or flowers, individual flowers, and then the colour stands out a little bit more and you don't see so much of the white and it looks less like a scrunched up tissue. So what do you think? Individual flowers like this, or putting them together in a scrunched up tissue type? Yeah, I don't like that very much. Even if you put them the other way. It just ends up with too much white somehow. Not totally convinced by this. I'm going to make a few more. See how they turn out, add the stems. See if I can get a bit better at designing them and then make a decision. It's Christmas, so I've made myself a sherry, hoping it'll inspire me. This one's circular. It's got circles on it, and I've started making a wavy pattern. So I think I'm going to carry on that theme and do more circles, but I can't cut out circles very easily. But I do have a hole punch in the back. I couldn't really see what I was doing, so I ended up with quite a random pattern. See how this turns out. Interesting. Maybe it'll look a bit better once it's folded. It looks better folded, but I don't think that's going to be my best one. I think I need something more symmetrical. Less haphazard. So I have big heart at the top, and then I'm hoping that's going to be half a heart, and that's going to be half a heart. Do it on this side. So I've done big boobies. Big boobies, I haven't done big boobies. I've done... ooh, that... Ooh! That's not too bad. Ooh. Actually made one that looks quite flower-like. Like that one. Simpler is better, I think. It's another very simple one with just 3 triangles cut out from each side. Oh yeah, yeah. I think simpler is definitely better. If I can open it. Simple. And look at this. Simple, simple. Quite effective flower shapes. This is mess. And I think that's less effective to accidentally cut the middle out of that one. And there's another more complicated one. So yeah, I think definitely simpler is better. Having said that, I bought these scissors the other day. These all cut in weird ways, different waves and zigzags, different shapes. I bought them with the idea of making invitations, but I might try them out with these, see how they work. At least it'll be a bit more ordered and systematic and less haphazard. I had to top up my sherry because there was a fly in it. These scissors don't really work. The paper's too thick. Even when I unfolded it a little bit, it was really struggling. So I'm not expecting this to be very good. Nah. Stick with normal scissors, I think. Another simple one. Okay, shape. Cut. More sherry. Another simple one. Shape cut out the top and shape out of each side. Right. Okay, let's try making them into actual flowers. It's not ready yet. It's not ready yet, Milo. Last time I tried to do it when it wasn't ready, I squeezed and squeezed and ended up shooting very hot glue on my leg, which left a scar. I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to leave it until it is ready. Another fly has gone into my sherry. I think I might need to top up. Sorry, Milo. Did I sit on you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, you bear. Oh, yes. Oh, you're a good boy. Oh. I need to show you. Are you hugging the bear, Milo? Are you hugging the bear? Milo is still hugging his teddy bear. Aren't you, Milo? He's a good boy. What is this position, Milo? Anyway, as I was saying, I'm not entirely sure. I'm convinced as to whether this has worked or not. I think some of them are better than others. That's an interesting one. Can't make my mind up on whether I love that or hate that. I think the ones where it's a bit obvious how it's been done don't work so well, like the hole punch one. And the ones where I've been a bit random haven't worked so well. But I really like the simpler ones. I think they've worked a lot better. I think this one's my favourite. Quite like the heart-shaped one. And I like this one. This is another simpler one. Oh, they've stuck together. Quite like that one. And this is another random one, and I don't think that's worked quite as well. It's weird though, although I like them individually, I really like this one, I don't like them so much together. It looks a bit of a mess. And I think that's partly because there's a lot of white on show. So I've had one last idea, which is to get two pieces of paper and to glue them back to back so that I end up with solid colour, and then try and fold it and see how that turns out. It's Christmas! I'm getting more messy with time and sherry. There's a heart-shaped one. Definitely getting more messy. I think it's that's really messy. I think it's harder because the paper is thicker. I think the sherry isn't helping either. But I think it's definitely more effective being double-sided. Milo has taken himself to bed. Let me show you. Milo, are you very comfy in there? Are you? You're a good boy. get these ones stuck together. I may have burnt myself once or twice. Ow! Ah! Ow! Ow! Ah! 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 There we go. So I think it's definitely more effective with the double-sided, much more colourful. The single-sided tends to look white, especially from above, which is a lot less effective. I also think it's more effective to have a simpler design. So I'm quite happy with how things have ended up. I've got less neat, but I think my design has improved, and I'm happy now that I've got a design that sort of works. And I think if I perhaps try and do it with a knife rather than scissors, perhaps when I'm a little bit more sober, then I've potentially got a good design going on here and something that I can mass produce. I can mass produce these quite cheaply as well. My origami super stack was £5, and that is for 400 sheets of paper. So even if I double page them, that's still 200 paper flowers. And if I put, 10 flowers per bouquet, that's 20 bouquets for the same price as a single bouquet of real flowers. So it's a heck of a lot cheaper. I just need to work out if I can make it look good enough for a wedding. I hope you've enjoyed my conversion from a Christmas snowflake into a flower for a wedding. So from me and a very sleepy Milo, wish you a very Merry Christmas, or a joyous summer, or a happy Friday, or whatever time of year it is. I hope that you're having a really good day. So my very best wishes, and yeah, have a great day.